Hello everyone, this is Diane. Blessings. A lot of my clients have been coming to me asking me about the energies for this past week, so I thought I would make a little video and explain part of what's going on. We've had 11 large earthquakes in the past week, and right now, today, we have some sunspots that are coming into possibly creating some more flares. Today, July 1st, we had about 6 C-class flares and 1 M-class flare. So all these things can create a lot of intensified energy. You may feel anxiety, you may feel on edge, you may feel irritable. You know, those of us who are really sensitive, as I made in one of my last videos, can even feel when the sun actually sets a flare off. So we're now getting, some of us are getting so sensitive, we can not only feel when the flare hits the earth, which I've been doing for quite a while, but we can also feel when it actually leaves the sun. So as our sensitivity increases, more things are felt that are happening, you know, throughout the universe, including earthquakes and everything that's happening. So many people for the past week have really had a hard time, and they've been wanting to go more and more into seclusion and more need time to themselves, and been aggravated by other people. So these are part of the reason, because, you know, of the heightened energies, and we're all getting used to moving through dimensions and into higher energy aspects of ourselves. I've had geomagnetic storms the past few days and timeline edits and time shift edits. And what this means is these are different timeline realities that we jump in and out of. And during these timeline realities is when a lot of psychic things can occur. You know, me being psychic, of course, as I've already said, I always see a certain amount of things. But the past few days, I've seen a lot of things floating around my house, and I've been pointing this out to everybody, you know, all my family members that live here. So stay alert also to this. There's been, you know, a lot of flares that, as I said, that could come about in the next few days. So also stay tuned to this. And it's best right now during these earthquakes and these sensitive times to do a lot of grounding, as I've talked about and before. And the one thing that I have not talked about, but I've been wanting to talk about for a while, is grounding, because of all the clients that I see with all the readings that I do every day, most of my clients are not grounded. They don't ground themselves on a regular basis, and this is basically a worldwide problem. So people really in these intense energies really need to be grounding themselves really intensely. So it's pretty easy to ground, and I have a exercise that I can tell everyone of how to ground and how to do it correctly. So for my grounding exercise, what you would do is you imagine a white ball of light at your crown chakra, and you would take this ball of light and you would pass it down through every chakra, going all the way down to your thighs and then all the way down into the center of the earth. So you take it from your crown chakra to your third eye, to your throat chakra, to your heart chakra, and all the other chakras, all the way down through your thighs, through your feet, and into the center of the earth. And the trick on this is that you would push the energy of the white ball of light really hard. You push it very hard, and you need to stand on bare feet on the bare ground and push this energy into the earth. And this really helps to alleviate a lot of Ascension symptoms and symptoms of the shift. Now, I've seen some people talk about grounding where they put their hands on the ground. and then move the energy upward through their arms, this is not a good idea. And the reason is because the energy can get trapped in the head. So that technique can give you headaches. So I came up with this technique when I was thrown into, this was about 2 or 3 years ago, I was thrown into another realm when I was in an actual retail store, and everybody around me didn't know what, didn't even know anything was happening. And I heard these earth sounds that you see on these videos, and I was basically paralyzed for about 5 minutes when I was taken to, another dimension for a short period of time. And after this, about a week after this, is when my headaches started. And this is when I had major headaches happening, and I ended up in the hospital from this. And I was in and out of the hospital for like a 2-week period. And when I was in the hospital, I had a near-death experience, the starting of it, and this was when I was able to stop my spirit from leaving my body, as I already talked about. So this grounding technique really works, and then I use this grounding technique after the headaches I started to get control on them, and this grounding techniques helped me get to control of the major head pain that I have. I wouldn't even say that it was headaches. It was more like an ice pick being put into my head, and the doctors had no reason for it. So I was told that it was from me being thrown into another dimension, and my consciousness expanding, and basically being on overload is what happened to me. So now you take this white ball of light, and you send it into the ground, and you send it into the core of the crystalline earth. And then afterward, you would imagine a little heart shape and send this little heart shape of love also into the earth for accepting your energy. Now, the earth doesn't mind accepting our energy. The earth works in conjunction with us. But I always send the little heart shape of love down after the grounding, just to show the earth that, I love her. And so the earth loves this, because the earth is a conscious being, just like all the other planets are conscious in the universe, just like everything is conscious in our universe. So the earth loves to have love sent down into it for any reason. Now, this grounding technique also has helped all throughout when we've been having severe ascension symptoms, and like in the fall of 2012, it was very severe. I was having electric shocks go up the legs. I was having so many downloads come in that I was paralyzed to my chair. I would be paralyzed for an hour at a time, and this would go on day after day after day, and even into 2013. Now, for 2014, the symptoms have changed over, and they're not so physical anymore. At least for me, they're more in other realms than being in the physical realm. I'm not having them as extreme as I was, because the physical body has made its change. So now it's other dimensional for me. And I also had a near ascension experience, which I won't go into detail now, where I did almost ascend. I came very close to ascending completely in one night, but I won't go into that right now. Now, you also can, for ascension symptoms, you can also go and high energies, like what we've been experiencing recently with earthquakes and earth changes going on. You can also go into nature and spend at least 15 minutes around, bushes, trees, plants, grass, sit near a tree, and just meditate or close your eyes, because there's elementals around nature, and they're there specifically to help us, and that is why they're there. So you will always feel better after you spend some time in nature. There's elementals, fairies, all kinds of things there to help us, and they do exist, and that is why they're there. So the more you can get out in nature when we're having these intense energies, the better off you'll be. And they help us with everything, so they're happy to help us. So that was all of my video for right now, and I will see you later.